guys, just want to go through a quick video on the robotics theme and looking at some of these smaller names that could potentially be asymmetric. So I have two filters on the FinViz screen right now. One is theme, and the drop down you can select robotics from it. So drop that down, select robotics here. Then market cap. For this little session, I'm doing under $10 billion to hopefully find something that, it could be undiscovered. Yeah, it might be small, it might be unprofitable, but I talked about it in a tweet, I believe yesterday, which basically said, as a bull market continues, things get stranger and stranger. So anything even remotely close to or adjacent to the AI trade starts to run, whether that's semiconductors, cybersecurity, these other tiny companies, crypto miners turn data centers with no revenue yet are going hundreds of percents. Like that sort of weirdness just gets elevated. So that's essentially what I'm looking for here. And I'm just going to go through each of these. There's only 9 companies that pop up, so it gives me a pretty good idea of a tight list here that I can look through. So first, I'll just scroll through performance, which one has been showing relative strength, and then I can get into it and look at why. So Ouster, this is the big hot one that everyone's talking about. I think this could, should, and will go crazy over the next couple of years, and that's one that you just kind of want to buy and forget about. Mobileye is one I've heard of in the past. Path is more of a software name. Serve Robotics. A lot of these are very speculative. Could get cut in half or could go 1,000%. So our job is to look into them, figure out which ones might be legit, which ones have the best leadership, which ones have the best business model, and where we can potentially get the best entry. So fairly obvious, but Oust is the leader here. And we talked about Oust down here in the 30s, the low 30s, but it is, just an insane base. It IPO'd in 2020 during the craziness. Got some of that early to mid 2021 money, and then just fell off like a lot of the other companies that had crazy valuations during that time period. So starting to see some crazy volume on this monthly candle. Broke above 2025 highs just recently. Still only $2 billion market cap. So, if you think this can get to 20 billion, that's a 10x on the stock price. And this could potentially be one that we look back at and say, wow, that would have been a good entry. Some insider selling escalating, but it's not something I'm super worried about. Insiders can sell for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's automatic even, and there is some small buying as well sprinkled in, so that's something to note there. So Oust is my favorite here, but I'll just continue to go through each of these, just kind of see what I can find, what the company might do. Looks like Ambarella. I don't know much about them, but obviously a strong chart. Breaking above, looks like 100 is going to be kind of the resistance here, but another big base built over the course of almost a decade here, that it's trying to kind of get out of. And I think a weekly close over 100 will kind of be my signal of, okay, this wants to move outside of this range and try and make a move here. So as far as Ambarella, what they do, I think they're more on the semiconductor side of things, but let's see. Vision processors for edge apps. So this is more real world application. Cameras, video streams, data. Yeah, this is really interesting in an AI world for autonomy, safety. And then what I would do is spend some more time looking into their financial results, maybe going to their LinkedIn, looking through things, maybe seeing what they're hiring for. Systems, a lot of software, a lot of China, ecosystem development. Nothing super interesting popping out there at first glance, but obviously another strong name, and that would kind of be my second look and see if I could get a little bit deeper into why that might be an interesting opportunity in the robotics space. Mobileye, Israeli company. This is a medical device company. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of how I think through things, how I might filter at a high level, and see where asymmetry lies with some of these smaller accounts that seem to be popping up on social media and people finding them quote unquote early, and how you might go about doing that. So we'll continue to build on this. We'll continue to build out a thesis on certain investments and post that in the group and on X. So appreciate you guys following along. We will talk soon.